We all know the image. The long black cloak, the leather gloves, the round glass eyes staring from a pale, bird-like mask with a beak full of mystery. A figure that stalks through art, video games, and Halloween costumes as the personification of death itself. The Plague Doctor. But here's the truth. That image is almost entirely a work of fiction. The real plague doctors of Europe's first Black Death in the 14th century did not look like this at all. In fact, we have no clear evidence of what they looked like. None. The famous beak mask that everyone associates with the Middle Ages didn't even exist yet. That image came 300 years later, during the 17th century. So where did it come from? The first real descriptions of that iconic outfit appear around 1619 with Charles Delorme, physician to King Louis XIII of France. Delorme claimed to have designed a full-body protective outfit made of waxed Moroccan leather. Coat, breeches, gloves, hat, and a strange mask with a half-foot-long beak. The idea wasn't symbolic, it was practical. People believed disease traveled through miasma, poisoned air carried by bad smells. The beak was stuffed with herbs, flowers, and vinegar-soaked sponges to purify the air before it was breathed in. The wide-brimmed hat, that was their badge of office. The cane, a way to examine patients and keep the desperate at a distance. And that long coat, sealed with wax or oil, helped keep away fleas, the true carriers of plague. For all its superstition, it was actually one of the earliest forms of personal protective equipment in medicine. But here's the thing, for all the legends and pop culture depictions, only 3 authentic plague masks are known to exist in the world. All 3 are housed in German museums, the Deutsches Historisches Museum in Berlin, the Riese Sangerhorn Museum in Mannheim, and the Deutsches Medizinhistorisches Museum in Ingolstadt. Each appears to be genuine, unsurprising given their provenance, but they can only be broadly dated to the 17th century. All 3 masks share the same distinctive features: stiff, dark leather construction, rounded glass eyepieces, and a sharply curved beak-like nose reminiscent of a crow's. The Riese Engelhorn specimen stands out slightly, featuring a flatter goggle section than the others, though its overall design remains largely the same. And that's the real twist. The white mask we recognize today, smooth, theatrical, and hauntingly elegant, didn't come from the plague at all. It came from Venice. The so-called Medico della Peste, the plague doctor, was born not in the hospitals of Europe, but in the Carnival of Venice as part of Commedia dell'arte. There, the mask was made of papier-mâché, painted white, and worn not by physicians, but by actors and revelers. It was theater, a caricature of death. And from there, the line blurred. Satirical drawings, political cartoons, and carnival characters all merged into one enduring image, half history, half imagination, until the beaked doctor became a symbol of the Black Death itself. But historically, it never walked the streets of medieval Europe. In fact, there's no evidence that the beaked mask was used during the original Black Death of the 14th century. During the original Black Death, doctors and healers typically wore their everyday garments without any specialized gear to shield them from the disease. The distinctive bird-like mask design didn't appear until much later, during 17th century plague outbreaks. So, when you see that iconic figure today, the gleaming white mask, the dark robes, the empty glass eyes, remember, you're not looking at history, you're looking at a costume, a performance. And when you compare these costumes to the real thing, you realize how much more bizarre reality really is when compared to fiction.